but I get how it comes across. So I'm not. You're valid for feeling like that.
It just seems a bit fake to me. That's if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah. Please, nothing's personal. When I'm saying nothing's personal,
I think with that
personal.
though, I'm really here to like find someone and find love.
Babe,
so I'm just...
I know I said in my reviews I'll try and not be mean to any of the people that I review, but I think Olivia is dancing on my last nerve. I think she's sort of displaying some sort of mean girls behavior and some sort of entitlement. You know, anyway, hey there, it's Valerie again. Thanks for stopping by. In this episode, I'll be reviewing Love Island, season 9, episode 7. So, in this episode, obviously, it's after the recoupling, and everybody's just catching up. We have Tanya and Shaquille sort of sit down, have a conversation, and Tanya making it known to Shaquille that she really likes him, and this is why she wants him to know that. And he himself, I think Shaq is falling head over heels in love with Tanya, but is afraid that whatever he says or does might scare her off. So because he said, "Oh, you're the type of girl I'll take home," and then he said, "Oh, I'm joking, I'm joking, I'm joking," and so it's nice to see that now that David is gone, they can focus on one another. I hope the producers don't bring another love triangle for them. I think as they are at the moment, they just need to get to know one another and see how far that goes. We then have Olivia sit down with Aris and have a conversation with him, sort of saying, I knew 99.9% that you're going to pick me. And she implies that she's happy that she chose him because they do like one another and they want to try and see if they can establish a connection and get to know each other and sort of delve deeper into their connection, which then to me doesn't make sense. That if she's got this connection with Harris and she wants to explore that, why then is she fighting with Zara about Tom when Tom is not really feeling her like that? Anyway, with the Tanil pulls Lana aside to have a conversation, and to me, I don't know why they even needed to have that conversation, because at this point, Ron and Lana are not girlfriend boyfriend. So I don't know why Lana feels entitled to knowing every single thing that's going on between Ron and Tennille. I think she needs to allow them room to see if they will develop something. And I think there is a possibility that they might develop something, because I remember Ron said if Lana wasn't there, he knows for a fact that something deeper would have developed with Tanil, but because of Lana, he's having to take a step back. And they then, Ted, Lana has a conversation with Will, and Will is sort of grateful that she chose him. And I think Lana wanted to make it known that, you know, although she chose him, that doesn't mean they're going to be in a romantic couple, which makes sense because she's already shut him down and friend zoned him. So I think she just saved him, as I said in the previous review, just because she felt more comfortable with him than David. Ray and Olivia sit down to have a chat because Ron brings them some toast. And I think Ron needs to stay out of women's business. He really does need to stay out of women's business because he has a conversation with Olivia, sort of implying that Zara is playing a different game. And it's like, what different game is she playing? She came in just like Tom came in. Tom came in and pursued Olivia and chose Olivia, discovered that there was nothing there, and he's moved on to Zara. So, what different game is Zara playing? I don't like it. I don't want to say they're treating her any different because of her race, but I really don't like it. And I think Olivia has those mean girl tendencies that Paige had, but Paige used to hide that behind a smile and calling people pet names, whereas Olivia is as it is. She's black and white. She doesn't like you. She doesn't like you, which would be nice in the real world, but on TV, I don't think that makes for a good sort of personality or character. And um, Tom, on his part, you can tell he's smitten with Zara. They share a kiss on the terrace. He is sitting there with Zara. He's sort of caressing her with his arm around her. And so when Olivia approaches them, it doesn't make sense to me that she asks to speak to Zara. I think she should have asked to speak to Tom because Tom is the person she was in a couple with. She should have spoken to Tom first and heard where he stood first before she approached Zara. But I think her feelings are hurt by the fact that how dare you come in and take the guy that I'm in a coupling with. And it's like, but Tom took you from Will. So what's the difference? I don't get it. And so they do sit down to have a conversation with Olivia. It sort of implies that Zara is picking on her because Zara came in and picked Tom, and it's like, but Tom came in and picked you. She says, they have a conversation with Zara, and Zara makes it known that, well, Tom feels like you're really not interested in him because of the way you're behaving, and she said, well, and Olivia, Zara tried to explain to Olivia that, he is an affectionate person and you are sort of reserved, and he takes that as you not liking him. And so this is why he made it known to me. How can you ask a question, get a response, and then be upset with the person who's giving you the response for the information you're asking for? I don't understand. And the fact that Tom then sat down with her and had a conversation with her, and she was sort of upset with Tom for telling Zara that, I have way more feelings for you than I have for Olivia. It's like, he's not your husband. You're already in a couple with Harris. Why not explore that and see how you go? And she's trying to make it seem like, Zara is lying about how she feels about Tom, or she's making sort of statements that Tom hasn't put across. And it's like, and the fact that Olivia storms off because Tom tells her that he's got a way better connection with Zara than he has with her. It's like, grow up. You can't be fighting over Tom at the same time you're saying you really like Harris. Make it make sense. Choose a guy and stick to him. I think she needs to go home. And then we have Ron and Lana having a conversation. I think Lana is trying to mark her territory, and I think um, Tennille might not actually be her problem. I think her problem is bigger than Tennille, and so I don't know why she's making such a big deal about. Oh, Ron, you need to tell me everything that's going on. Ron, you just met. Um, there's no need for you to be marking your territory with anyone. And so Olivia's going around complaining to people. I think she's trying to get all the girls on her side. And so she tells Tanya that, oh, I feel like I've been marked off because, Tom is saying he's more attracted to Zara than me. And it's like, so what do you expect? So you expect to explore things with Harris while he waits in the corner and waits for you to make a decision of who you like more. I don't know. It didn't make sense. The sleeping arrangements were interesting because there's been a reshuffling of couples. Lana is now with Will. Tom is now with Zara. Olivia's with Harris. Tennille is now with Ron, and obviously Kai is with Anime. And it's just like, okay, it makes sense. And as soon as the lights go out, you can see some of them already start to make out. Will and Lana are interesting because they're just sleeping. They're like, oh my god. And Zara and Tom are busy, enjoying themselves with Tanya and Shaquille. But hey, it is what it is. It was interesting to see Harris make breakfast for Olivia, and the fact that she likes all this being done for her, and then at the same time she's fighting with Zara about Tom. And it's like, do you really like Tom, or do you not want anyone else to have Tom just because you had him first? I don't see why she's more upset with Sarah than she was with Tanil when Tanil stole Kai from her. It doesn't make sense. Um, Obviously their busboy is Will. He serves them breakfast, and it's quite sweet. It's really quite sweet. I hope this sort of softens her up and allows her to move on. Tom and Zara are enjoying themselves. They're reflecting on their night that went, and Tom is saying he's very happy with his coupling. They're both very happy, and I hope Olivia leaves them alone. I hope Olivia leaves them alone because I don't think her drama is necessary for them. They have a pool party where the two new bombshells arrive. Apparently, Aaron and Jesse, they are from the Australia Love Island, and it's like, why have you run out of people? Why do you keep bringing in people onto a show that they've already been on? Is it just for the drama or what? I don't get it. And Will starts talking. I think Will's selling point is the fact that he's a farmer because that's all he talks about. And so he did speak to Jesse, and Jesse apparently grew up in a small town. So they have that in common. They were talking about the animals and stuff. Because before he went and sat down with Jesse, Lana sort of took him aside and had a conversation with him about how to present himself because Will has a lot of quirks. I think that might some girls might find as a turn off, and I think this is what Lana was trying to help him work on. And my concern is that Lana is going to help him work on these quirks, and he'll end up with Jesse, and then Lana is going to go home because I think Ron is going to want to stay with Tennille, because when he had a conversation with Kai, and Kai was saying, I feel like I still like Tennille. He sort of implied that no, you don't need to do anything different. Let Tennille come to you. And it's like, this man is enjoying himself with Tennille. He doesn't want Tennille to leave his bed, so he's trying to keep the competition away. I don't know. For me personally, I think it was a great episode. I think Olivia is going to be the main problem in this season, and I hope they send her home. I don't want to believe that the producers are the ones that are causing the drama between Olivia and Zara, because it's looking a bit messy. And I saw that one of the papers had an article of her, and they used one of the worst pictures of Zara, and it's like, so they're making Zara the main guy when Zara has not done anything and has tried to explain herself and has apologized, and yet Olivia keeps taking this personal. I think Olivia's in her feelings because it's Zara who took Tom. I think if it was any one of the other girls outside of Tanya who had taken Tom, she'll be fine with it. The fact that Zara came in and took Tom, and Tom is interested in Zara, is her main issue. I think that's the main issue. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Bye everyone.